Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. It's been another fantastic 2 weeks. I hope you guys have had a fantastic start to your February. Did you have a good Valentine's Day? Did you treat your significant other with nothing but nice gifts and shower them with love? You know, you did. You saved all of it and just did it on this one day because that's what that day is all about. Is just all that. No. You're supposed to be spreading it throughout the thing. Also, just it's good even if you didn't have somebody to share with, just spoil yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Yeah. I hope you guys had a good one, you know? I hope you guys had a good couple weeks. I hope your goals, whatever you're doing or have, is going well. I don't know what any of your goals are. Otherwise, I would shout them out specifically and start telling people, like whoever watches and listens to this, be like, hey, I hope your thing's going well. You know what? Comment. Let me know. What are the goals? My goal is to keep having fun here, and we're just going to keep doing that. You know? Comment. If your goal is just to have fun this year, comment that below. My goal is to have fun. We're just going to see how many we can do that, okay? The goal is to just be having fun constantly. No seriousness. We're just here for a doofy duck time, okay? We're just all trying to be doofs and goofing. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do. Yeah, I love it. Right before I got on the start recording, you guys, I got spooked really bad in my own house, right? I was in one of the most vulnerable positions you can be in when you get scared, and that's pooping, okay? Caught literally with your pants down, sitting on the toilet. That's vulnerable, okay? If a thief or somebody breaks in, or like you get attacked just in an argument by your significant other, no matter what, that is literally the most vulnerable position there could be, is going to the bathroom. And I was just sitting there, you know, minding my own business while doing my business. And all of a sudden I just hear what sound like footsteps in the house. Granted, I'm completely alone all week. I've been completely alone all week. Nobody's home right now except me. So I hear what sounds like footsteps. And I immediately, you talk about not needing to shit anymore, okay? I wish honestly, it'd be better if I just would have crapped myself and then like completely bowels completely clean after that. Just a nice straight shot of just fear. A fear dump will clean out the colon, okay? It's also a defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. One, it smells. Nobody wants to try, like, then they might step in it if you start running. They have to run through the poop, you know? Nobody wants to step in human poop. Defense mechanism. Also, you're now lighter. You have now dumped excess weight, and you can run like the wind. That's why that's a defense mechanism. If you get scared and you crap yourself, don't be embarrassed. You are a proficient escape artist, okay? Your ancestors have put DNA in you that have made you absolutely prolific at getting out of there. Yeah, it scared the hell out of me. I grabbed my fucking knife and started walking around the house like I might be able to Jason Bourne my way if somebody got in my house. And then I found nothing, of course. And, unlike some of my close friends are like, yeah, dude, I want to see ghosts. I don't want to, okay? I don't need the spooky, scary stuff in my house all the time, okay? My imagination plays enough tricks on me, thinking that some crazy stuff is here or there, or shadows or something they shouldn't be. I don't need to see an actual manifestation of a ghost, okay? Or know that it's in the house. I don't want that. Don't need it. Please, no ghosts. And that's who gets ghosts, okay? It also, I've seen ghosts. That's the weird part. I've seen them, and I still don't want to believe they're real. I've seen it. It just freaks me out so much that could be a thing. But it makes sense in some aspects. But I also wonder if it's just like a cold weather thing, right? because in places where there's cold weather, I feel like they claim ghosts way more often than any place that it's warm, right? Like Midwest, East Coast, they always claim that there's like, oh yeah, no, this house is haunted, or oh yeah, that building's haunted. Like if you go in there, you can hear stuff at night, and it's just because it's cold and the boards are creaking. You know, like their whole baseboards and runners are just. You get these cold weather days, dude, and it's on. Okay, the boards are gonna start creaking. Okay, they're popping like my back after I get out of bed in the morning. Sometimes your house just has to pop its vertebrae, and you can't be a chiropractor for your house. You can't reset those boards for it. That thing's just, the house has just got to do a little fucking stretch and pop that C15. So, I just don't want to believe it's ghosts. So, yeah. So if I all of a sudden, this never comes out and this recording is on here, it's because a ghost stopped me in the middle of this podcast because I was saying stuff and threw something. Okay, nothing's happened. I think we're good. It's just the house creaking, you know. It's because the washing machine's running, right? And all the water is moving the boards. This is what I'm telling myself to not freak out. But yeah. So that's what just recently happened. What else happened this week that I wanted to tell you guys about? Oh, that's right. I saw a bumper sticker. Oh, no way, Wade. You saw a fucking bumper sticker? No one's ever seen one of those. I know. This one, made me laugh, though. Because it was a bumper sticker on a big truck on the back window, and it said, I heart my hot girlfriend. I heart my hot girlfriend. And I laughed at that because, you know, it's right around Valentine's Day. It was clearly a fresh new sticker, right? Fresh new sticker. Which is really funny because I'm sure it was a bit. Or this guy is like, this would be a sick, babe, see, you're on my truck now. You riding with me everywhere I go, babe. Just that meat-headed answer. Dude, there's some people who love and it was one of those truck lovers. You know the type. Where the truck's got more plastic surgery than his girl probably does. I lifted its ass end up. And what I thought was really funny about that, it was playing the idea that it's a Valentine's Day gift. That's probably not what it is. But honestly, having a I heart my hot girlfriend sticker on the back of your truck and showing her that, because you showed her that, right? Right? If he's the one who got it and you show that to your girl, she's got to feel a little devastated because you don't want to take the relationship ever to another spot if you do that. You're not trying to elevate it to like fiance or wife status if you're getting a bumper sticker that you're putting on the back window, right? Like, that's way down the line to you. That's another car. She has to wait until you get a new car without that sticker to be like, okay, now I'm back. Like, it's less permanent now. Because a bumper sticker, dude, they last forever. Like, people think, oh, if you paint your car or get a tattoo, that's right. Those can get removed. Bumper stickers don't get removed. Bumper stickers are more permanent than a tattoo. You ever try to get a bumper sticker off? I don't give a goddamn if you have the sharpest razor on the planet, dude. It's not coming off. That girlfriend status has been cemented for that girl, and she's probably devastated. And she just knows, like, she's got to wait until this guy pays off that loan, then sells that truck, and then gets that. It's now become a girlfriend truck. It's not a fiance truck. It's not a marriage truck. It is strictly a girlfriend truck. And what's really crazy, that's like if he got it and put it on there. If the other situation arises, Like, she got him that. How does he feel about that? Like, that's just a girlfriend. She just sees it as a girlfriend status. She's like, she's not trying to up the game a little bit. Like, that's a tough one, you know? Either way, that status isn't helping elevate you, you know? That's not elevating the relationship. You're cementing it almost at a certain point, you know? You're telling him, well, the average car loan is like 6 years. So you're saying, like, depending on, let's say he's 3 years into it. You got 3 more years before you get to that point. That's a stint of a relationship there, guys. Yeah. So I just thought that was hilarious. Getting any bumper sticker is too permanent, you know? Like, it maybe, you know, it's just like a lot of these political stickers that people put on the back of their cars. This guy's driving around with a I heart my hot girlfriend sticker, which is just the Bernie Sanders version of a of a relationship status. Like, he might have broken up with that girl at this point, or he's now engaged to her. I don't know. All I know is I'm having some prejudgment because I'm reading an old political bumper sticker. Old relationship bumper sticker is really sending out the wrong signal there, okay? It's a bad look. That's all I'm truly trying to say there. So, anyway, man, I've been by myself all this week, running around. I keep finding myself doing similar things that I always do when my fiance's around. Like, the influence she's had on me is astounding. I have now full on become a thrifter. And I used to like to go out to Goodwill and stuff. Like, I think everybody goes into Goodwill probably 2 to 3 times a year. That's probably a good average for the normal person, right? Just going like 2 to 3 times a year. Just like a board on the goof. Gonna see if you can find some stuff, maybe find something cool. And just wander around, see what people are getting rid of. You know? That's a normal thing. We're going probably once a week. I found myself and normally I'm with her, so that's what I'm always like, yeah, I went with her. I went to a Goodwill by myself this week, and it's because of the thrill of the hunt, dude. It's Goodwill hunting, minus the math equations and the breaking through of childhood trauma. Goodwill hunting right now is so fun. Finding something cool that you really want that like is in good condition, you know, it's fun to go do. You just really want to find something. I'm probably going to go after I'm done recording this, if I'm being honest. It's an awesome time. You know, you can find all sorts of cool stuff. I don't know why more people aren't doing it. You know, found a VHS DVD combo player, dude. That's elite level shopping. And now anymore, I keep seeing other hints, and I just want to go see if I can find people getting stuff. The technology thrifting is off the charts now. What you see that is getting donated and what's in them, if you know what to look for, is insane. And I'm no expert at what's in certain things, right? But after you hear or see a video about what's in certain things, you go, oh my God, I never thought of that, but that makes total sense. Perfect example, I saw this thing where a guy was talking about, do you need extra storage for your computer? You want extra hard drives? Well, go to your local thrift stores, right? He's like, if you can find certain models of DirecTV boxes, they have 1 terabyte of hard drives in them. And you hear that and you go, oh, yeah, that makes total sense. Because DVR, that's how they would store it locally on your hard drive. It's not like now, everybody's got servers. So that's probably, like YouTube TV, it's all stored on fucking servers everywhere. The amount, it's crazy that the data centers for Google are just so filled with dumb, nonsensical YouTube videos, such as the one you're watching right now, YouTube Comic Wade Taylor, at Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. Just filled with all those. And then the amount of YouTube TV, because I'm assuming that's the same fucking servers, right? Like, I have hundreds of hours. It's an unlimited amount of DVRing you can do. And I have it set to just fucking record every PGA event, every Iowa State event, every 49ers football game, every Braves baseball game, like just every sports game. And I watch some of them, not all of them. I watch a good majority of them. I'll say that. But the fact that it just like keeps recording, and it does delete after 6 months, I'll at least say that. But that's the amount of shit just sitting on servers right now that nobody's even watching is insanity. And that's just so much of a carbon footprint. Yet we're trying to get rid of diesel cars, you know. Pay no attention to the servers that also need water to cool them down. They do not use an abundant amount of natural resources. Yeah, dude. And so you can just go to a Goodwill and find an older DVR, right? And crack that bitch open, and there's just a free hard drive in there. You just got to go home, test it out, make sure it still works, and you got to plug it right in. Boom. You got more goddamn storage space. Isn't that fucking sick? I'm about to do it because I got an extra slot in my computer to get another terabyte in there. Why the fuck not? Why wouldn't you do it? Let's fucking go. That's what I'm saying. It's just if you know what you're looking for, people don't realize what they're donating. And you can find some cool ass shit. It's fantastic, and I love doing it. And that's what you get addicted to, the thrill of the hunt, and that's what I'm just addicted to it now. I'm already thinking about how fun it's gonna be to go find cool new shit today. I'm gonna go wander and find some stuff. You know, also flipping it. You know, even if shit doesn't fit you, and you know people like to buy it, flip it. You can make. You don't even have to because it's like buying a shirt. Buy like a nice Patagonia or North Face jacket. You get it for like $8. You sell it for like $25. Like the profit there is insane, and it's nothing. It took no work. You bought it. You put it on Facebook Marketplace, and somebody bought it. It works. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it, dude. It's so fun, and it's weird how much she's influenced me with that stuff, you know? Yeah. And it's nice, though. It's nice that you can you don't have to buy super expensive brand new things. You can find what you need, and it's great. I love it, you know? And then sometimes you just got to donate your stuff because it's too dangerous to keep around. Wow, that's a weird thing to say, Wade. Well, it's called a transition into our story for this week, you guys. That's right. We're going to get into our story this week. Oh, I got a good one here. And this is something that, because I personally love museums. I really do. Especially like anything prehistoric museums with animals or like bones and archaeology. Like, I love that kind of stuff. And when stuff like this happens, it makes me sad because I hope that nothing happens to all these things. But there's apparently some issues with some of the stuffed taxidermy at some place, because the article I found here on the AP says tigers, zebras, and other stuffed animals get a new home after a health concern keeps them hidden. Ooh boy, a health concern. That's I never want to know that there's a health concern going to see prehistoric animals. Okay, if I'm gonna die if I'm dying looking at dinosaur bones, I'm probably pretty stoked on it, honestly. If I died from a 12 billion year old fucking disease or whatever. Is it 20 million years or 12 billion? No, the Earth hasn't been around for millions. Sorry. The word billion keeps getting thrown around a lot these days, and now it's seeped into my brain. Nobody says millions anymore, I feel like. We used to all, like, that was the word you heard. But now because of billionaires, that's all I hear. I just hear billionaires anymore. I used to hear millions all the time, and it's because of VH1's The life of the rich and famous. This mansion costs $700 million. Damn, what a crazy show that was. Anyway, let's find out what happened here. Crocodiles, monkeys, tigers, zebras, and dozens of other taxidermy animals will be moved to a new home after concerns about arsenic exposure forced the closure of a South Dakota museum where they had been displayed for decades. Holy fucking shit. There was arsenic on the fucking, that's, how does that happen? I thought arsenic was always in like a pill form. Am I stupid? Have I been watching too many movies where where if you're a spy for the government, you have to carry around an arsenic pill to kill yourself? Probably. The Delbridge Museum of Natural History at the Great Plains Zoo in Sioux Falls closed in August 2023 after tests showed potentially hazardous levels of arsenic present in 80% of the species of the Brockhouse collection. Sorry. What is a potential hazardous level? Is there a level of arsenic that isn't? I thought arsenic was just super poisonous. I thought any time you like just got a particle of arsenic, you died. I don't know. A particle is obviously ridiculous, Wade. But still, I thought arsenic was like super bad, but like 80% had a dangerous level. Decision raised concern that 152 species, some dating back to the 1940s, would no longer be displayed. But after a search, the Sioux Falls City Council on Tuesday unanimously approved a resolution to donate the mounts to several institutions. Under a deal, 117 species will go to the University of Notre Dame's Museum of Biodiversity, 33 to the Atlanta-based Oddities Museum, Inc., and 2 to the Institution for Natural History Arts, Inc. in New Jersey. That's okay. So they're at least going to save all of the samples and send them places. Before I go on here and read this is I read an entire book about the history of basically dinosaur archaeology. It was called Monsters. It's a great book. I listened to it. I didn't read it, I should say. I don't know if I said read or read, but I listened to it. Great audiobook if you're interested in like history of like the science of it. And it's really crazy at one point, like these museums of natural history, like how we know of them today, seem very prestigious and all that. When they started finding dinosaur bones in like taxidermying animals and stuff like that, this was all done in like freak shows, like just like these like the attraction houses, like they were all like weird little attractions that were considered like side hustles. They weren't considered like these prominent like institutions of knowledge. People thought of them as freak shows. It was like a Barnum and Bailey's kind of style thing. Like people would travel with them and do all sorts of shit. It was really a looked down on kind of industry at one point. Which is kind of funny how so many things start out like that. Like pro wrestling was a carny thing. Stand-up comedy, which I love, was a traveling thing. TV, movies, art all stem from what are called Nickelodeons, which is funny why Nickelodeon was named after that. It was like a 5-cent little, you paid 5 cents, you paid a nickel to go watch somebody play a real film that would just set up as they were traveling. All of the things that we now take for granted as entertainment that is just readily available in our pocket, or just like it was now considered like a prestigious thing, we're all carniacs. It's fucking wild. And now, like, same with golf. Like, golf is like, nobody thought being a professional golfer was a high up or well-respected profession. Like, everything starts with not being respected, and somehow we change the perspective of it. It's crazy. Anyway, sorry. That was just a weird little rant and that went nowhere, honestly. But I find it fascinating. It's crazy. The move ensures none of the collection will be disposed of, and all the items will be put to good use by reputable natural history institutions. Sioux Falls Director of Parks and Recreation Don Carney told the council. The arsenic doesn't mean that the animals can't be displayed with proper measurements in place, says Dennis DiPaolo, the zoo's marketing director. The museum doesn't have the specifications. Is that how you say that? I think. Specifications. Oh, sufficient. That's what that word is. God damn it, dude. I'm so dumb sometimes. Sufficient barriers to keep people from touching the species, which becomes a liability issue. Dude, they do nothing but put signs up in any natural history museum. Any museum you go to, what's everywhere plastered, every sign, every which way. Do not touch the exhibits. But people are so dumb, and the liability for arsenic exposure is so great that even telling people, hey, this has arsenic, don't fucking touch it, they can't stop people from touching it. They got to put it on behind glass because these dummies you can't stop touching it. So now you're going to have to look through these cool species of taxidermy animals from years and years gone by. You got to look at them through finger smudges of 2-year-olds because they can't stop trying to touch it. That's what's causing the problem. Is dummies, mouth-breathing morons and shit are fucking just touching the display. God damn it. And now we have to close down an entire museum because of it. Well, okay, I shouldn't blame the people. Okay, they don't have it's made of arsenic. Also, how in the fuck is there arsenic on it? That's what I want to know. The mounts recipients will display the animals where they can't be touched. Good, thank God. Likely behind glass, and have experts and equipment to care for the aging taxidermy. DePaul says. The Sioux Falls businessman and hunter Henry Brockhouse built and displayed the animal collection for years in his hardware store until he died in the 1970s. Damn, this dude just had all of these animals in his hardware store. Hey, Ted, you here to pick up a ratchet set? Well, let me tell you. No, let me show you where they're at. And he's like, no, I got it. And he's like, no, I'll show you where they're all at. And it's just a ploy to, yeah, I shot that zebra on safari. He just had, he's just selling all his hardware shit. But he's showing everybody as they come in. You can only come into his hardware store one at a time because he'll show you where to get your shit. But he's going to walk you to the back so he can tell you about how he shot a lion in the back. Oh, that's hilarious. Subsequently, owners donated the collection to the city, which displayed marginally at the museum for nearly 40 years. After testing revealed the arsenic, the museum closed it until officials could sort out the collection's future, which until passing state legislation last year to help. Some residents are upset about the irreplaceable collection leaving their town. Council member Kurt Soul said there is no path forward to keep it in Sioux Falls. Pains me to say that, but it's going to be sad for me to let it go. Council member Miranda Baez said, with as much memory and as much legacy as I think is really wrapped up into this collection, the story of it being in Sioux Falls, I think the right place for it is to these other institutions that are going to care for it, that are going to give it a long-term life. The gifting agreement states the recipients will take the animals as is, and the mounts are are theirs forever, City Attorney Dave Plath said. Damn, forever. Never again will they be out and about. Never will they ever show up. They will be the museums forever. Long live the institutions of Notre Dame as they have the animals. I can't wait for Notre Dame to change it to be like, oh, this, it says, oh, this woolly mammoth existed 17 million years ago. And it's like, it existed 2,000 just putting a Catholic spin on it. Yeah, I mean, that's probably pretty rough, I would assume, for that stuff to leave like that. Because, if you, back to that book I talked about earlier, the Dakotas are, the Dakotas themselves, not just North and South Dakota, well, I'm an idiot. Not just South Dakota, but North Dakota, too, so both Dakotas. God, that was really difficult to clarify, wasn't it, Wade? You really had to stick that fucking landing, didn't you? The Dakotas themselves are where a massive amount of archaeology and stuff were found. That's where a lot of dinosaur bones were found. So there's a lot of like rich history there, and that's like for the natural history museums and stuff. So I get why, like, probably a lot of people were really bummed about that. You're losing a cool thing. I'll tell you who's really going to be bummed about the Natural History Museum in Sioux Falls going down is the Sioux Falls Public Education. Because there's a lot of teachers who are going to be really bummed because a field trip day is one of the easier days. Other than making sure you just don't make sure a kid doesn't get kidnapped while off school premises, like that's kind of hard. Pretty easy day, pretty sick day, honestly. Field trip day, you don't have to do any. You just have to monitor the kids and make sure they're around. You let somebody else teach for a day. It's a pretty sick day. And then you get to look at dinosaur bones and stuff too. I believe the teachers are pretty bummed to see this go because they just really ate into a lesson plan. And having those days, having a good field trip day plan, that is the Santa Claus of the public education, right? Oh, you're acting up. If you keep acting up, we're not going to go to the Natural History Museum. Ah! Like, the kids freak out if you don't get to go on the field trip, right? That's a punishment that you can loom over their heads. That's perfect, So there's some teachers who are going to be really sad about that. I'm pretty sad about it too. Like, I hate to see that. The little tiny town museums are some of the best. I've been to the Natural History Museum in New York City. It's the best. It is awesome. But, like, there's something fun about being on a road trip and you see a sign for, like, a Natural History Museum or dinosaur exhibit. I will pull off the road and go to that most of the time if I have the time to do it because they're awesome. I love it, dude. I'm a dork, and that's where I dork out on it. It's awesome. So go check out your local history museums. That's all I'm trying to tell you. And what else you should check out is punandgame.com, guys. That's right. Punandgame.com is where you can find this show, Not Worth the Time. You can find my other show, Who Gives a F, with my older brother Nathan. We put that out weekly. As you know, this one comes out bi-weekly. We got hundreds of hours of content up there and past podcasts that we still have up there that have been part of the website. So go check out all that stuff. And while you're there, check out the Pun and Game shop where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. And don't forget to use the promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod. And that gets you free shipping at checkout. So get yourself something cool. Keep yourself warm. Get a hoodie. We got some new designs up there that have been up for a little while. So get yourself something cool to rep your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. And if you want to watch this show, I've alluded to it already, youtube.com at Comic Wade Taylor. At Comic Wade Taylor is where you can find this show, Who Gives a F, clips of my stand-up, putting out sketches now too. You can find all sorts of cool stuff at Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. Go check that out. All the links to that stuff, everything we have, are all in the description down below. So all the links are there, guys. So if you want to buy from the Pun and Game shop, you want to go Check out the YouTube channel. You want to go check out my Instagram. All that stuff is there. So I appreciate all the support. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Really appreciate every single one of you. It's really fun to do this. I enjoy doing this show. I enjoy doing everything I do. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. That's ultimately what it comes down to. I know a lot of people try to think they do podcasts or do stuff because they're like, oh, I have to do that, and then I'll get it. I don't. I only do what I like to do. And I love doing this stuff. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and checking it out. So with that being said, guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.